Hey guys, um, I really hate Mondays, because it's like my husband gets off Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm having a good time with him, and we're doing things. Sometimes we're just not doing things, but we're still together, and then we even play music together, and we just have like fun, just being, and and then like Monday comes, and he's got to go back to work, and I get it, like. Ugh. I wish we were rich and he didn't have to go to work and he could stay home all day long with me. But anyway, so back in the studio today, wanted to show you a couple things. First, I guess I'll start over here. Oh, by the way, I'm listening to Throbbing Gristle Hamburger Lady, as I usually do. Let's see. Okay, first, this painting right here. Let's see. This painting right here, it's sideways. I took it down from over there because it was hanging up there. I never finished it because I was like, I just had it up there. I was copying a David Hockney painting. Cool, right? Like I was enjoying it, but then I just stopped doing it and I had it hanging up for no reason, just sitting there, taking up room. So I didn't have a space for a painting I really liked that I just finished. This one. It's called on the or at the precipice. So I hung it there and took that one down. So the problem with this one covering up this one is it's an oil painting. So I'm going to have to use oil paint on top of this. You know, like so sometimes if a painting is made of at acrylic, you can have fun and paint over it like I did this one and then put oil painting on top of that. And that's cool, but you can't go reverse. So, yeah, this one was an oil painting. So, I'm going to have to cover this with oil paint, which costs a lot more money than a bunch of acrylic. So, yeah, anyway, I working on. I showed you guys this one last week. I covered it with this it was like a covered moss colored paint. I kind of like it. I really like the color. And I took it outside and I spray painted the little bubbles. Excuse me. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. Again, as most artists do, sometimes they don't know what they're doing when they're painting. A lot of times, artists, or I'll just talk about myself. I did hear about this by other artists. Let me turn it down just slightly. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Okay. Um, as, as I paint a picture, a lot of times I just want to paint, but I don't know what to paint. So I just take something and I start throwing paint on top of it. And sometimes, once in a while, painting will come out of that. Like some of the design will be like, oh, that's a monkey. Like I've never painted a monkey, but I'm just saying, or a ballerina, or Medusa, or or another cocktail party. So when I take these paintings and sometimes I literally stand like this and I hold on to it and I like ask it like, what what are you? What is in here? Or what is in here that wants to come out? Or what is in here that wants to come out, right? That's like a lot of times that's what it is. And it's a pull and a push, and a pull and a push of what wants to be on this canvas, you know? This is just gonna have to get covered up somehow, or maybe I'll change it so it's not the copy of a David Hockney painting, which I love David Hockney. I love his paintings. Um, and I'll just use the trees. I really love this. So, okay, let me bring you up to it. I really love how I did this stump. It's sideways, but I love how I did this stump. Look at that. That's a badass stump. I think I'm going to keep that. I'm going to definitely keep that. I've also been working on this other painting that I'm really enjoying. So let me show it to you. I wish there was a way to switch it so that I can turn the camera to face that way instead of this way, you know. Okay, hold on. Hold on here. Let me move this. Okay, so here it is. Um, this painting, I'm pretty sure you can hear me because I have a loud voice. This painting is done on a watercolor canvas panel. It's like a little, just a panel. It's not paper. Pretty cool, right? And the story behind it is this girl was walking through the woods and in her socks because, you know, who likes to wear shoes? And I don't like my feet dirty, so I always wear socks too. So walking around with socks through the woods, and she found some flowers and she started eating them. And that's the story behind that. So anyway, I used watercolors, these watercolors on there. I used my, my Derwent Inktense pencils. I also used and I never get the word right, my Derwent graphitin pencils. They're so pretty. And yep, and this is what I come up with. It's done. It's finished. I showed it in a short, but it wasn't finished when I did it. So, but it's done now. They get so most of the time when here's the song I'm listening to. A lot of times when I'm doing art or if I'm making especially when I'm making a video, it's really cold out today. And last night it got really cold overnight, and it really is affecting my body. So anyway, I listened to Throbbing Gristle and Psychic TV and some other other psychedelic songs that has those pictures that go like this. Sometimes it's just music and there's not a lot of singing in it. I don't like singing in songs most of the time. I just like music. I like classical music too. I just don't like to hear people singing. It's annoying. It's like, shut up, let the music play. But with Throbbing Gristle, I really dig them. I dig them singing. I like him or her. I don't know. They died. So they died like about 5 years ago, I think. No, 6 years. 6 years ago from cancer. But anyway, they were a boy and then they became looking like a girl, but I don't think he was trying to be a girl. He was just trying to look like his girlfriend. They were trying to be one person. But anyway, so I don't know what pronouns to use. Anyway, the song Hamburger Lady is so strange that you just got to go look it up. It's about so there used to be this thing where you could mail in your art or your poems or something somewhere. And somebody sent in this letter about they worked on a burn unit and this woman was burnt from the waist up and she was still alive, man. Her insides are still alive and her legs were still there, but they said in the letter, she said they had, if you baked a meatloaf and you burnt it and then sat it on the toilet, that's what they were walking into every time they would go into this lady's room because she would be sitting on the toilet and she looked like burnt hamburger meat. So that's what this song's about. It's very, very strange. So, I should have maybe given a warning. I don't know. But anyway, they're so artistic. I just love Genesis Peerage. just the most artistic life that I've ever encountered. I'm going to say he's, to me, was such an inspiration, like all my life. It was so weird. But then I got into drugs and I forgot, because that's what, I hate to tell you, but that's what their concerts were about anyway. And, but my body went all into drugs and it wasn't about music anymore. So I kind of backed out of it. And, but now I listen to it in a different, like, because I'm off of chemicals that used to affect me when I would go to concerts and stuff. And I go to concerts this way. Not, I don't change my consciousness and listen to music. I can listen to music now and have a good time without chemicals. But if somebody else likes the chemicals and they do it, man, hey, more power to them. I just don't. That's not me. I'm not judging anybody else who doesn't. You know what I mean? Because we all got a path to go through, and right now my path is really it's really looking up, man. I can't wait to. Well, I'm going to a music festival. The It's called Jam something. I forget, Jam something, but it's at Suwannee River, like I usually go to every year. And then in March, that's in February, and then in March is the art festival. Woohoo! And my husband just ordered me the walls to my canopy, my 10-foot by 10-foot canopy. He bought me the walls for so that we could close them up, and then we can come home, and I won't have to like take all my art with me. So it's a closed room, and everybody does that because cops walk around there. So I'm excited. I hope that maybe some of you guys come. It's in Altamont Springs, Florida, and it would be super cool if I saw somebody, and I'll give you a discount if you are, again, you will get a 10% discount on any piece of art you want if you come to the art expo in Altamont Springs and tell me that you are subscribed to my channel. So anyway, that's my video for today. I hope you have a great time, a great day, I should say. And thanks for watching the video. Bye bye.